Welcome to this explainer on the best gold IRA companies of 2026. Look, if you've been searching for ways to hedge against inflation and protect your hard-earned retirement portfolio from market chaos, you've probably heard a lot of chatter about gold IRAs. So today, we're going to unpack some comprehensive audited research from Forbes Advisor. We're going to figure out exactly what these accounts are, how they actually work, and which companies are really leading the pack this year. We're breaking down all the data so you can make informed decisions. Let's get right into it. Here's our roadmap for today. First, what is a gold IRA? Second, physical gold versus gold IRAs. Third, the best gold IRA companies. Fourth, navigating the hidden costs. And finally, how to open an account. All right, part one. What is a gold IRA?
Let's lay down a baseline.
At its core, a gold IRA is simply a tax-advantaged retirement account specifically designed to stash your physical precious metals. And that's something your traditional brokerages simply don't offer. When you have a standard IRA or a 401k, you're typically investing in paper assets, right? Stocks, bonds, mutual funds. A gold IRA totally flips that script. It allows you to hold actual, tangible gold, silver, platinum, or palladium while you still get to enjoy all those sweet tax benefits of a traditional retirement account. Moving on to Section 2, Physical Gold versus Gold IRAs. Let's compare the assets. Because honestly, once people understand what a gold IRA actually is, the very first question is usually, well, why wouldn't I just buy physical gold and keep it locked in a safe at home? It's a fair question, and it perfectly illustrates the ultimate trade-off here. Physical gold gives you absolute personal control and really high liquidity. You're dealing with fewer fees, sure, but you have absolutely zero tax advantage. Plus, frankly, storing a highly valuable asset in your house is physically a lot less safe. On the flip side, a gold IRA provides those essential tax advantages for your retirement, and it utilizes highly secure depository storage. The catch? You lose that immediate at-home access, and you've got to navigate some pretty complex, specialized fee structures. It really all comes down to whether your primary goal is immediate control or long-term tax-advantaged retirement savings. Let's jump into Section 3, the best gold IRA companies, based on data-driven rankings. What's really fascinating here is how incredibly data-driven this methodology is. Forbes didn't just pick these names out of a hat. They used a strict weighting system. So 25% of a company's score was based purely on coin availability. Basically, do they actually have the major coins you want? Another 20% was dedicated to transparent fees and account minimums. They also factored in a proprietary consumer sentiment index at 20%, which looks at real user trust and satisfaction. And the final pieces of the puzzle were the company's profile, their history, custodian options, and the spreads, which is the markup on the gold itself. So let's do a rapid-fire look at the top contenders that emerged from all that data. Taking the absolute crown for best overall with a perfect 5-star rating is Silver Gold Bull. And that's largely because they have absolutely zero initial purchase minimum, which is a massive rarity in this space. Next up is Apex, snagging the title for flexibility because they partner with 4 different IRS-approved custodians, so you can actually shop around for the best terms. Then we've got Birch Gold Group. They're heavily noted for their excellent fee transparency. They prominently post their disclosures online, and they've built up a big brand identity around endorsements from political figures, including former U.S. Representative Ron Paul. Now, other companies shine by catering to some very specific investor needs. Monetary Gold excels if you want a broad range of investment options, making it super easy to buy gold, silver, platinum, or palladium. American Bullion stands out as the ultimate specialist for rollovers. If you're looking to transfer an existing 401k or IRA over to precious metals, that is literally their specific expertise. Meanwhile, Advantage Gold acts as a fantastic starting point for beginners because they put a heavy focus on educational resources to get new investors totally up to speed. Rounding out the Forbes list, we see Orion Metal Exchange, which absolutely shines with a massive 9.4 out of 10 consumer sentiment score. That is the highest for customer satisfaction. Lear Capital brings almost 3 decades of industry experience to the table for folks who really value longevity. J Billion offers unique metal options, incredibly even including copper alongside the standard precious metals. And finally, if you're someone who wants a guaranteed exit strategy, GoldGo offers peace of mind with their robust buyback guarantees, meaning they have a highly structured program to buy your physical assets back from you whenever you're ready to liquidate. All those features sound fantastic, right? But with companies like American Bullion, Advantage Gold, and Goldco requiring a staggering $10,000 minimum just to open an account, we really have to pause and ask the logical question: what is the catch? Which perfectly tees up Section 4, navigating the hidden costs. Time to read the fine print. The absolute crucial point here is understanding the role of a custodian. You cannot simply buy gold and put it in your Gold IRA all by yourself. You are legally required to use a custodian. This is a highly specialized financial guardian. We're talking institutions like Equity Trust Company or Strata Trust Company that physically safeguards and manages the assets for your self-directed IRA. And guess what? Every single one of them comes with their own unique fee schedule. So, way beyond your initial deposit, you have to carefully evaluate a gauntlet of extra costs. You'll likely face a one-time setup fee, usually around $50, plus annual maintenance fees that can easily run over $100 a year. Then you have storage fees. And keep in mind that storing your metals individually, which is called segregated storage, almost always costs more than just pooling them with others. You might also run into wire transfer fees. But perhaps the single most important hidden cost is the gold spread. This is the markup the company charges you above the current market spot price of the metal. Think about it. If the spread is too high, you are overpaying for the asset from literally day one. All right, let's bring it home with Section 5, How to Open an Account. Let's get into some actionable next steps. If you've weighed all the pros and cons and decided a Gold IRA is the right path for your portfolio, opening an account is actually a highly structured 4-step procedure. Step 1, you select a top-rated firm, like the ones we just covered, making absolutely sure they have clear fee structures. Step 2, you fund the account. You can do this either by rolling over existing retirement funds or making cash contributions, subject to your IRS annual limits, of course. Step 3, you direct your custodian to purchase the IRS-approved physical metals. And Step 4, those metals are securely stored in a specialized insured facility like the Delaware Depository. 99.5. This number is absolutely crucial, and it brilliantly illustrates a strict IRS rule that you cannot ignore during Step 3. You see, not just any gold can go into your retirement account. Fair warning, any physical gold you purchase for a Gold IRA must have a purity level of at least 99.5%. If it doesn't meet that exact standard, it is simply not IRS approved and you cannot hold it in your tax-advantaged account. No exceptions. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on for your own financial journey. Does the ultimate peace of mind, shielding your wealth in tangible, physical gold, really justify the rigid structure, the high minimums, and the complex fees of these specialized accounts? It's a major trade-off, and one that only you can decide on. But now, armed with all this data, you're actually ready to make that choice. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.